Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Coffee and KO show presented by the MMA Stooges. And fellas, how are we doing?
Great. I just saw Gregor Gillespie get knocked out.
Oh boy, here we go.
I saw a grin on your face as we were about to record this, and I'm like, oh, Kieran's got either saw something on like Twitter or something, or he's gonna have a smart remark. Kevin Weeks is in here. Thanks, buddy, for joining in. Hope you're doing well. But fellas, a week in which Kieran is going to be at UFC 262, but man, I feel bad for you. This card is slowly withering.
Shit sucks, man.
You're dropping like flies.
I mean, look, if Shane Burgos and Edson Barboza falls out, I might be looking at selling the tickets. I'm not going to lie to you. Because at that point
is going to be a banger.
Yeah, because at that point, there's not really too much that I'm too like. I mean, obviously Tony Ferguson and then like the vacant lightweight titles on the line, but that's not, I don't think that's enough for me to make a 4-hour drive and buy a hotel room for a night. Like we're in dire territory right now. It's pretty scary. I'm not going to lie, but like,
it sucks.
Live MMA is fun.
It sucks that Hermanson and Chookagian it wasn't canceled. It was rebooked for 1 week later.
Man.
So this COVID is striking again. It was like we went
Leon
a
Edwards
time.
and Nate Diaz was booked a month later. Like,
yeah,
it's been tough, man. It's been a rough go for us.
I don't think you have to feel too bad though. I really don't think the Leon Edwards Nate Diaz fight is gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna ever happen. I don't think it will.
You really don't think so?
Leon's cursed also.
Yes, there's something about it that
Leon
I just don't think he's gonna make it. But we do have a guest joining us very shortly. Austin Thud Hubbard coming off a win against Dakota Bush. He will be joining us. He also just had a fight booked today with Vince from Hell Pichel, which is going to be, I think that fight is going to be an absolute banger. Both of those guys just love to throw. That's it. Like they just love to box, and Hubbard's a really good boxer. Pichel had a really good performance against Jim Miller last time out. So I love that fight, and he'll be joining us very shortly. But yeah, that's, I just want to start that. We'll preview the card a little bit later. We're trying a little bit different of a show this time, trying to do a little talk, then have a guest on, then do a little bit more preview stuff. So probably the show that most of you are here for will probably be after Austin Hubbard leaves. But anyways, excited to have him on and thank him for his time. And then we also got fight announcements, which not too many things. It's been more cancellations really than announcements. It seems.
I got a fun fact for Kieran too. So Vince Pichel, who Austin Hubbard is fighting, fun fact about him. He's won 4 in a row, and then he lost to Gregor Gillespie, and then he won 2 more after that. So outside of that, he almost would have been on a 7-fight win streak had it not been for my man Gregor the Gift, as they call him.
Mr. Cardio, Gregor
Mr. Cardio.
Yeah, that was tough. That was a hard watch. What's
Austin
going on,
Hubbard, thank you for joining us, man.
Yeah, no problem. How you guys doing?
Good. I'm
Doing
loving
good.
the background. The background looks
background
dope. What is that?
Is dope.
It's a tapestry. It's in it's a samurai.
I thought that was a green
clean.
screen for a second.
I thought it was like Loki for a second with like the 2 big old horns. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too much of an MCU nerd. Yeah, that's really cool though. I like it.
Thanks.
So first off, I want to say congrats on your fight announcement. So I saw it today. You're fighting Vince from Hell Pichel. Are you excited about the fight?
Yeah, I'm super excited. It'll be a step up and challenge for sure. You know what I mean? So definitely looking forward to it.
Would you say that's probably your biggest test to date, having like a big UFC veteran like that?
To a certain degree, I've fought some. I think Davi Ramos is right there, as a tough test in the UFC. Yeah, he's definitely up there, you know what I mean? He's probably the first, if not the second, like definitely top two.
So actually Neil Magny, who just fought this weekend, he corners you often. How did you feel about his performance this weekend? And obviously we've all been lobbying for this Khamzat Chimaev Neil Magny fight, and it seems like it's actually gonna happen now. So take us through how did Neil perform, and what's it like? Kind of, I mean, he's been in the UFC forever. What's it like having a guy like that in your corner for your fights?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome, you know, especially having him in the training room as well as my corner. You know, he just helps me in so many different ways, you know, in and out of the gym. And he had a beautiful performance. I'm so happy for him and excited for him. You know, he looks great. That was an amazing fight on both ends. Yeah, I'm super happy for him. I hope he gets that fight. I know he said he would fight him multiple times, and that dude, you know, goes quiet. And then as soon as Neil took that loss against Chiesa, then he started chiming in again and acting like he was running from him and stuff, when in reality he's the one running from Neil. And when Neil was healthy and, you know, on a win streak, he wasn't saying anything about the call out, and then all of a sudden acts like he's running, and I don't know, that dude's a clown.
Do you think that so you're not a Khamzat fan, which I can kind of hype. I can get on that train a little bit because there's something's kind of a little bit sketchy there. Do you think the COVID thing was real, or do you think that he kind of just wasn't in shape, so he kind of was using that as a way to kind of get himself back into fight shape?
You know, I'm not gonna say that his COVID thing was fake or whatever, but I know, I'm just saying, just from obviously Neil's one of my best friends, so obviously I have his back on this. So first and foremost, that's number one. And I know the facts that, you know, Neil said he would fight him multiple times and was trying to line it up, and he was going silent, wouldn't say anything. But like I said, soon as Neil, you know, took that loss against Chiesa, then he started chiming in again and talking all that smack. And so we'll see. You know, he has been out for quite a while now. It seems like he had a fast start, and maybe he just wanted a little break to kind of slow down. And you know, we'll see. If I know Neil, I think said July if he wanted to fight again, that he can come see him in July. But we'll see how it goes.
Sweet.
I got a question about Elevation Fight Team in general. So obviously you guys are kind of known for the whole cardio thing. You guys are cardio freaks. Is it a requirement to have good cardio to get into the gym, or do you join the gym and then get good cardio?
You know, I think that's probably both, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be a certain level of athlete, you know, when you come train with us. They don't just allow anyone to walk on the mat, you know what I mean? If you're too green, they send you to, you know, training. It's not we don't kick them away from our gym or anything like that. We just send them to the beginners classes and the build up classes to the pro class. So like I said, it's not like we're kicking them out and sending them somewhere else, but we'll definitely kind of set them in the pace they need to be in to build up to the pro team.
Yeah, Dada 5000 is not getting into Elevation Fight Team. He gets a little too tired.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
work on that cardio a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Elevation might help him. So we're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of your UFC debut. And this Vince Pichel fight is going to be your 7th in the UFC as well. I wonder, since you have fought that much in a short amount of time, have you been acclimated to the UFC octagon, or at what point do you think you did get really comfortable, you know fighting in this level?
Honestly, that last fight I think was mentally my best fight as far as being in the UFC. Obviously, you know, I've had some wins, I've had some losses. I'm 3-3. Each one of those is a learning experience, and then up until that last fight, you know, I did a lot of things different for that camp. As far as, you know, my approach to training and fighting, and my mental attentiveness on fight night and everything, and even all camp long. And I really dove into that and, you know, worked with a mental coach for the past 8 or 9 months, and that was the first time I ever worked with a mental coach or anything like that. And like really just kind of dove into a bunch of different type of like mental training type of books and things along those lines. And I feel like I have the skill and the physical ability and all that to perform and be in the UFC, and I've believed in that since day one. But now I have the mental maturity and the mental kind of know-how to like really properly show up fight night. So like you said, through the wins and losses before this last fight, that last fight to Joe Selecki was kind of like a turning point for me, where I was like, all right, I gotta address some of these holes, and I felt like one of the biggest holes for me was, that mental kind of approach and mindset type of thing, and I've addressed it, and I feel good about it, and I'm gonna keep working on it as well as all around skill games. So, yeah. I feel pretty comfortable and good where I'm at right now. That's for sure. And it's taken me, going on to my 7th fight now to feel that and adjust to that.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I remember even Israel Adesanya talking about after he fought in New York, which I think was his like 3rd or 4th fight, and he's big deal like on the pay-per-view and everything. And he said he went home and felt like empty afterwards. So I know like going out there and competing in the UFC, it takes a little while to like adjust to that level as well. But
yeah, there's definitely an adjustment period coming into the UFC, especially someone like me who didn't have the type of experience that Adesanya had. It's definitely a mental and skill level adjustment, honestly, in all areas. Definitely a lot more pressure and all that good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, on the commentary team has nothing but rave reviews about you, though. Like I was saying, we actually just interviewed Dakota Bush right before you hopped on, and we were talking to him. And when we watched that fight, we gave props to him. He took the fight on 6 days' notice, but you are labeled as a really tough opponent for anyone based on your boxing and everything else. So I mean, 3-3 in the UFC, obviously not what you want, but obviously it's been a tough road as far as your opponents are tough, and you are a well-known person in the UFC, especially for the boxing. And then you got the nickname Thud Hubbard, which everyone says you live up to it because you hit hard as hell. So I would say that even though 3-3 and maybe not exactly what you want, you're definitely a well-known name in the organization already, and you're only 29.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because, I got this fight super quick, and I was trying to fight in July. I was actually in Florida like a week ago on a little vacation, and I got back from the beach and seen a missed call from my manager, and he's like, "Hey, I got you a fight." I was like, "Awesome!" Like I was wanting to fight as soon as I can, anyways. And he's like, "Yeah, it's kind of funny. I wasn't even calling like to get you a fight. I was talking to him because Corey Sandhagen's also we're in the same management, as well as same team." And he's like, I was talking to them about, the switch up on that fight. And Sean Shelby was like specifically asking for you. So it definitely feels like really like good to me that they ask for me. You know what I mean? I don't have to be like begging them for fights. And they know I'm willing to fight whoever, whenever. So it's to me that was pretty nice feeling that they're like asking for me and setting it up before I even have to like beg for a fight from them.
Yeah. I have a question as well. And I bet you've been asked this like a million times since the fight happened, but you were involved in one of like the most controversial, like crazy fights ever. Whenever you fought against Max, I don't really know how to pronounce his last name.
Rashpov.
Yeah. I was just wondering, like during that whole sequence, like during the fight and then after the fight, obviously you just secured a win. And yet, like, not too many people are really paying attention to your performance as well, because everyone's like, "Holy shit, this dude just like quit! Like, what the hell happened?"
Yeah.
So I just want to know, like, what was your state of mind, like going into that fight, and then also like leaving it, like leaving Las Vegas and being like, "Okay, what just happened?"
It was my first fight on a new contract, and then they brought in this new guy, Max, and he was a really talented, high level, up and comer. And I was the underdog, and one thing I wanted to prove, I earned that new contract. You know what I mean? I wanted to go out there and put on a good performance. And the second thing was, me being the underdog kind of really pissed me off, and I was like, I'm gonna show these fools and show them what's up. Like, put me as the underdog against this up and comer. He was, I think, what 6-0 at the time. Maybe I don't remember his record, to be honest, but I didn't think it was like too many fights yet. I'm like, and you have
like
me
5-0
as the underdog. Yeah, it wasn't like,
yeah.
So to me, it felt like a slap in the face, and I wanted to go out there and like prove them wrong, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I didn't even like leaving immediately after the fight. I didn't even realize he quit. Like refused to come out. I honestly, I thought maybe the ref stopped it. I wasn't entirely sure what was going on. It didn't even register me that he quit until I was doing like the interviews and stuff. And then they were like, "Oh, how do you feel about him quitting on the stool?" I was like, "Oh, what? He quit? That's what happened." Like, I just thought, I don't know. It was kind of crazy. It was different for sure.
Has that like thought ever ran through your head as a fighter? Like maybe the fight wasn't going your way, you're kind of getting your ass kicked. Like, do you ever consider that, or is that just like not? Yeah, that's
that
insane
got
that happened.
He got cut right after that. That was it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, he would have been better off probably just falling down after a punch and like let me TKO him or something. He probably would have got a second chance opposed to just quitting on the stool, but it is what it is.
Yeah. If Mike Jackson's getting a second chance, he definitely could have gotten a second chance. Mike Jackson, the guy that fought CM Punk, 100%.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, are you the most laid back guy in the UFC? Like I look at your Instagram, I listen to the way you speak, and it just seems like you just chilling like every day.
Colorado
vibe. Yeah, just the Colorado vibe.
I'm pretty laid back. I don't get mad about too much. Nothing too much bothers me. I feel like that's how everyone on our team is really. Curtis Blades,
yes, I do get that vibe.
Corey,
yes,
like all of us, we're just super chill. We train hard, we have fun, and we're just laid back, normal people.
Is Colorado the best state?
I think so. I love Colorado. I've been here for 5 years now. It's definitely the best decision of my life to move here.
Do you take advantage of the hiking and all that, all the outdoors activities?
Oh yeah, I used to hike quite a bit. I haven't been on a hike in a while, but me and Neil ride quads and dirt bikes out in the mountains. We take the dogs for hikes and all that good stuff a lot.
So Elevation Fight Team is not climbing mountains to get cardio.
Yeah. A lot of different ways to get it out here.
I saw that you got a PS5. I want to know how the hell you pulled that off, because everywhere around here they're still sold out. So how did that happen?
You know what? My wife now, actually, we got married after my fight in Vegas. She surprised me with it and got it. I'm not entirely sure how she got it. I think she had to pay the extra, when people buy it and then sell it for the crazy amount after, and you get it that way. So I think she had to pay a little extra for it. But yeah, she got it for me and surprised me with it.
The resale value on the PS5. Oh, God.
Did she say, like, honey, I just got you a PS5, but I had to use your whole fight bonus, your whole fight purse to get it?
Yeah. She actually got it. When was it? Like a few weeks, probably like 5 weeks before the fight.
Oh, okay. All right. So she was, well, she knew you were going to win and get the win bonus. So she was like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And then I won't tell them. Listen, women are sneaky. I know my wife buys stuff all the time.
My women.
Well,
yeah, I know. I said my
give
women
me shit all the time. I'm going to tell you what.
Hopefully your wife's not listening, man.
Xbox Series X's, whatever
I can tell you this. I am not crazy enough to have more than one woman in my life, because they will drive you nuts. You can only have one.
One's plenty.
So also you're a big dog guy. I see. I think, is it one dog? I don't know. It's a pretty massive. What is that? Is that a Rottweiler? It looks like some sort of Rottweiler
he's a
mix.
Doberman.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually had to put him down like 2 months ago. Unfortunately.
I would be the asshole to bring that up, man.
I do have this guy right here though with me. I went and got him.
No.
I don't know if you can you see him.
Yeah.
A pit?
Yeah, he's a rescue. He's a pit. He's a great boy. He was actually my wife and her daughter's dog, and I kind of brought him back with me from Colorado. They're currently in Illinois. They're making the move out here in July. So after Jax passed, I was like, can I please take him? And he likes me quite a bit, and we like get along really well. And she let me take him. So thank you, Chelsea.
Nothing like a dog, man. Dogs are a man's best friend.
Dude, dogs are the best.
So since you're a big dog guy, I got to ask. My dog he's only a puppy, but he keeps breaking out of his crate, and then like when we're not home and destroying the house. How do I stop that from happening?
You know what worked really well for me when I was training Jackson? I mean, I feel like I was very lucky with Jax because a lot of times, like, you shown that dude something once and he listened and like didn't ever have an issue again. But a shock collar, those things work pretty well.
Yeah, I have one for my puppy,
Yeah.
and like it's good. It's good for when but when I'm not home, all bets are off. That dude, he's half boxer, half lab, and he's just got so much energy. I feel like he just beats the shit out of the cage until it gets bent to the point where he can just sneak out. It's like the third time it's happened.
Take him for
Zach?
walks, like long walks.
But I mean, I'm a school teacher. I live like an hour away from my job.
Because you're not the alpha in your household, Zach. That's why he doesn't respect you, okay?
Gotta man up, Zach. Lay down the law.
When your wife says something, he does something right.
No, he doesn't listen to my wife either. That's
man. Your daughter must be the head of the household. She runs everything.
Yes, you're not wrong. Yeah. Oh goodness. So anyway, what are you doing outside of training? What is your go-to thing to kind of just chill, relax, take a load off?
Outside training, honestly, I kind of just play a lot of video games and outdoor stuff. Like we get together, a lot of the guys from the team, and we'll play spike ball a lot. You know, hiking, going for motorcycle rides, dirt bike rides, all that good stuff.
I imagine Neil Magny must be unbelievable at spike ball with that reach. I mean, he must cover the entire thing.
You would think, but Neil is not one of the top players, to say the least. And I'm sorry, Neil, if you hear this, but he's not. He's more of a fighter than an athlete, I should say.
I feel like a lot of the fighters, we always ask them, have you played sports?
Coordination isn't always the best when it comes to spike ball, I should say.
Wow.
I'm trying to spike ball too, and I'm pretty good at all other sports. I guess spike ball is not for black people. I don't know.
I don't know, dude. My one buddy, Carrington Banks, he's really good at spike ball. Corey Sandhagen's really good. Justin Wetzel's really good. Gaethje's pretty good. I don't know. We play for a decent, group.
It's so fun. It's fun to play. I was recently introduced to it. It's a fun game. Yeah. What kind of video games do you play? That's what I'm interested in.
I play Curtis a lot in Madden. I play a lot of Call of Duty, Warzone. That's what I've been playing a lot lately.
I gotcha. Do you like the new Maddens, or you hate it as much as I do? Because I can't stand the new Maddens, man.
It's harder, that's for sure. It definitely there's more to it. You know what I mean?
Do you follow any other sports outside of like a fighting? Do you watch football, baseball, anything like that?
I don't watch much sports anymore outside of fighting. If I do, it's normally just football.
What? Who do you root for?
I'm not like a diehard of one specific team. I'm more of like fans of multiple teams. But my wife's family is like diehard Vikings fans, so I feel like
I thought you were gonna say Bears fans. Oh, because she said I'm a Bears fan and she's in Illinois, so I was like,
nobody wants to be a fan of that.
No one's a fan.
No
one wants to be a fan.
I don't know. They've been like diehard fans of the Vikings for like 20 plus years. So I feel like now I kind of have to be a Vikings fan when people ask me that. So I guess Vikings.
Oh man, that might be worse than being a Bears fan. By the way, I just want to point this out, Kieran. You have like a groupie in here.
I don't
man.
know what's going on.
She's asking you so many questions.
I don't know what's going on. Like, are those dreads real? Are you black or mixed? Afro Latino? Kieran is Dominican. It's like they had a conversation with themselves, and then at the end was just like, you know what? Dominican. I'm determining his ethnicity.
I want to know who is she saying Austin looks like Austin, or he's
It's got to be.
I think that's Thompson. A guy.
I think it's me that I look like Stephen Thompson.
I don't look. I'm way too fat to be Stephen Thompson and short. Steve has dark hair.
No, I got the dark hair.
It's got to be Austin. Austin Stephen Thompson.
Have you ever heard that?
Austin Wonderboy Hubbard.
I actually think I have heard that before. Wonderboy, and what's the other one that someone said? I'll remember right now. I'm sure it'll pop in my head after the fact, but I have heard that before.
Yeah.
Did you? I saw. So we were supposed to actually interview like a couple of weeks ago, and then it was your mom's birthday, and then yesterday was Mother's Day. Did you do anything special? I don't know if they live near you or not, but like, did you do anything special for the occasion? If they do not,
for Mother's Day.
Yeah. Because I'll be honest, I was that douchebag that kind of forgot.
No, they actually live in Illinois. That's where I'm originally from, is Illinois. So I just hung out all by myself on yesterday or Mother's Day. Yeah, this was yesterday.
Okay.
I'd say it's almost not fair to have a birthday just before Mother's Day if you're a mother. That's cheating. It's when people have a birthday right before Christmas. You can't get 2 in a row. You can't.
My girlfriend's mother's birthday is like 3 weeks ago, and then Mother's Day was right then. So 2 orders of edible arrangements.
Yeah, I'll set you back.
I thought you were going to say 2 orders of edibles. I said, damn.
I'm not in Colorado.
He's not in Colorado,
like Austin,
yeah.
Man. I'm not in Colorado. I'm in Texas. They police that shit. No, it's not. It's not happening down here.
Yeah. That was hilarious. I thought you were going to say edibles. I was like, God damn, Kieran. That's a way to treat your mother-in-law.
Here you go.
So I got to ask, this weekend we have 2 really big fights on the card with Charles Oliveira, Michael Chandler, and Tony Ferguson, Beneil Dariush. Once, we're done interviewing you, we're going to talk about these fights, but I want to get your take. What do you think about Charles Oliveira, Michael Chandler? Who's going to be the new champion in that fight? We've been riding with Charles Oliveira. We've said that we feel Charles Oliveira is going to be the champ by the end of the year, as long as Khabib retired. And now we're one step closer. We're one step closer. Yeah. We just need him to win here, and we predicted it.
Justin Gaethje is going to beat whoever wins, but I'm just saying. I know Austin's going to agree with that one.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I do.
There you go.
I mean, I think personally that Gaethje got snubbed. I think Gaethje should have been in here for the title shot against Oliveira.
I don't know why it doesn't make sense really to me. Like, he's the highest ranked, and he hasn't faced either of those two. Yeah, he's come off a loss to Khabib, but I mean, everybody loses to Khabib.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's a very interesting matchup. I think Oliveira is very well rounded. He's really good on his feet. He has great, subs. But I haven't seen too much of Chandler. I feel like to give like a great, judgment off of him. So just off of like the one performance he's put on, it was, he's powerful. He was coming forward the whole time, throwing. He has a great wrestling background. I think the pressure could be a little bit of a problem for Oliveira, but he's shown recently that he doesn't, necessarily break as much or as easy as he used to when dealing with that type of pressure. I think it's going to be a great fight. It's kind of hard for me to say. To me, it's kind of a toss-up. I think I could see them both winning. You know what I mean?
And go ahead, Steve.
No, I was going to say, like, just having this all in the lightweight division, you're in the lightweight division as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you kind of keep that, like, top 10, top 15, like, do you, like, follow up with all those big fights going on, or do you not really concern yourself with that? You just kind of focus on, like, the next fight up?
Yeah, I mean, of course I watch every fight the UFC puts on pretty much, but when it's in my division, I definitely watch it a little more closely. I know who I'm fighting next, so as far as like a competitor mindset when I'm watching, I'm not in that mindset when I'm watching their fights because I know who I'm fighting next, and I just like to concentrate fully on that at the moment. You know what I mean? But definitely, taking a big interest in watching, every fight in my division, just as a fan, just as a competitor type.
Did you guys hear that in the background? Could you hear that?
I did.
It sounded like a truck or something.
Dude, we have a toilet in the studio here, and it bubbled so loud. It sounded like it was like freaking geyser. Like I thought something was going to explode in there. That's why I couldn't help but laugh because I was like, if they heard that, that is the funniest noise ever. And then, how do you feel about Tony Ferguson, Beneil Dariush? We are a Beneil Dariush podcast. We love Beneil Dariush. He's like the epitome of dad bod.
Yeah, he's he's been putting on great performances lately. You can't put that dude away. He's tough as hell, and he's coming to fight. They're both pretty wild, and like they're both madmen, you know what I mean? And just go out there and come forward and throw like any and everything and fight. So I think it's gonna be a really, really good fight. I do give the edge to Beneil. I think he's been putting on more solid performances of lately. And Tony's hasn't been as good. But, sometimes when you're on that downhill slide, you have a lot more fire in you to come back up. So I think it's going to be a great fight, and I'm excited to watch it.
Are you a sports bettor? Do you bet on sports on MMA? Because I saw that you know that you were the underdog going in against Max. So like, and that pissed you off. Are you a guy that pays attention to the odds and places bets at all?
No, not really. I don't know if I've ever bet on anything like any sporting event in my life.
All right. Well, hey, we win money on you, so we appreciate that.
No problem.
Yeah, Aaron was going off earlier. He said that he bet you when you were the dog in that fight. So
yeah,
cash cow, which is always that's a good thing.
Good.
All right, Steve. Anything else before we go, Steve or Kieran?
I had one two-sided question. So, what's one loss you wish you could get back, and what's one win you wish you could relive?
I really wish I could get that Joe Solecki loss back.
I was thinking that.
That one hurt. I had a great camp. Everything was great. I felt like skill for skill, I do feel like I was, better than him. He was better that night, and that's definitely one fight I would like to have back one day. Another fight that I wish I could relive. I think when I won the LFA belt, that was really fulfilling for me. At that time it felt really good. But all the wins I've had in the UFC are always, nice.
We have a couple listener questions. How strong do you think Stefan Struve is? Apparently he claims he's super strong. I don't know anything about this, but apparently he claims Stefan Struve has said that he's insanely strong, which he's 6'7", 6'8". Like I would think that he's 7 foot.
He's like 6'11".
He should be strong.
He's big. Yeah, he's big. I mean, he's that big. I guess he may be strong, but I don't know. Some lists it's a disadvantage to be that long. You know what I mean?
I would hate to be that tall. That just screams back issues, knee issues.
Yeah. I would imagine his trap bar squat is really good, but his bench probably isn't that good.
Yeah, he probably benches 100 pounds because he's got to push the weight so much further than someone who's short. That would be miserable. And then the other question is Kamaru pound for pound number 1 in the UFC right now?
I think so, definitely. I mean, he's had 3 finishes in a row? Were they all finishes?
Colby, Usman. Yeah. Colby, Burns.
He's finished
the last one. Masvidal.
Yeah. And plus, what is that? Is it his 4th, 5th title defense?
No, only 2.
No,
3?
No. It's
3.
more than 2.
Because it was those 3.
Masvidal twice.
That was his 4th title.
Oh, it's twice. Yeah, you're right.
He defended against Colby first.
He beat Tyron.
Masvidal twice, and then
So I mean, he's put up great fights lately and great performances. I think, and he's been very dominant. So I think to say he's not number one is not accurate.
Do you think,
I mean,
but
he's
with John
better than
Jones,
him right
like,
now.
if John Jones, like, I feel like just the respect of his name and never really losing, he can't not be it until he retires or loses. It was kind of what I was thinking.
I think
Yeah.
when you start getting into that conversation,
he hasn't fought for how long? You know what I mean, John Jones. So I feel like as of right now, Usman's the man. You know what I mean? If Bones comes back and wins the heavyweight title, then I think he steals that. You know what I mean? So I think it just depends when he fights again, how that goes, type of thing.
Who's greater, John Jones or Khabib?
I think Jones. I'm a huge fan of Khabib, and he's been very dominant. But Jones, I mean, he's been doing it for a long time. His numbers are way higher than Khabib's numbers. So, and it's at a pretty tough weight class, and he was fighting a lot of legends in their prime. You know what I mean? And not saying Khabib isn't, but he only had 3-4 title defenses. Jones had 11 or 9 or some crazy number. I think Jones has more on his resume, I feel like, as far as UFC, like strictly UFC.
Yeah, I agree with that samurai picture in your background and Yuri Prochazka coming off of a crazy win, calling himself a samurai a couple of weeks ago. If you and him go to Eastern Asia, train for a year and a half, who comes out in a sword battle on top?
Shit, I'm gonna say me.
There you go.
I mean, I don't want to die to a sword, so I'm gonna
I don't think
true. I feel like that'd be a shitty way to die. Like
I'd
a
rather
sword,
hurt.
painful and long. That's a long death.
Yeah.
I'd rather eat 15 straight Ngannou punches than get stabbed. Yeah, that's not.
Especially by Yuri Prochazka too. If he's the one stabbing you, no thanks.
No.
Last question. Do you think Francis really hits like a Ford Escort, or do you think that's an overblown thing? I mean, he hits hard. We obviously know, but like, how did they get that comparison?
I mean,
I have no idea how they get that comparison. I don't know. That's like the literal sense he hits as hard as the Ford Escort. Like going how fast depends, I guess. Like 55, no way in hell. There's no way in hell.
Yeah.
Like rolling downhill in neutral, I don't know, maybe,
Bro, imagine if his hand punched you and you literally flew across like out of the octagon. Like that's what it would do.
I'll give you guys perspective. My freshman year of high school, I used to ride my bike to school and I got hit by a Chevy Tahoe going 30 miles an hour.
And you're fine.
It didn't knock me out though. So I'll say Francis Ngannou probably hits as hard as one. It felt like a really hard football hit. Maybe he does, man. You never know. It sent me flying though, but all that power on the chin probably puts me out.
That's the thing. If he hit that hard, I agree with Steve. Wouldn't people die in car wrecks? How are people not dying due to a Francis Ngannou punch? You know what I mean? Like
it's coming, man.
Clarification on how fast this Ford Escort's going.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna have
30 miles an hour.
Yeah, Dana said it was like 25 miles an hour or something. But the thing is, a car hits and the force spreads without the width of the car.
Yeah.
With Francis Ngannou, all the force is within the width of his hand. So of course there's gonna be more in that regard. But
true.
Yeah.
Just a little science for you guys.
Sorry, I actually have two more quick things that we've been asking because it's relevant. So sorry, and then we'll let you go.
Okay.
Diego Sanchez takes on Diego Sanchez. It's something that everyone's talking about. We got to know. We're talking to a UFC fighter. I want to know what's your take on Josh Fabio and Diego Sanchez.
That's just a weird situation. That Fabio dude is just a weird dude. I think Diego has always been, a little off, but now that he's like kind of latched onto this really off guy, it's pulling him even deeper down the rabbit hole. I don't know. I wish the best for him. I hope he's a legend of the sport. I hope he figures it out, but I don't know. I don't know about that dude.
I know.
Come on, Austin. You're telling me you don't train hanging upside down from a rail
From a sex swing?
and let him kick you in the head?
Wait, your coach doesn't chase you around the octagon with a knife?
With a knife? Come on, man. You're not training hard enough, Austin. I'll be honest.
I guess I'm not doing something right.
And then I got to ask, Jake Paul is the other hot topic. Take on Jake Paul. How do you feel about Jake Paul? Are you anti-Jake Pauler? Are you all in on Jake Paul as far as making his money? Where do you stand there?
You know, I'm not gonna hate on someone's success. If I was in that situation where I was able to make that type of money and, you know, fight people in a sport they don't even fight in, and I would do it. You know what I mean? Like, who wouldn't want to be rich? And then fight people who are way smaller than you and not even in the sport you're challenging them in. So I'm not gonna hate on him. Do I think he's like a real fighter, like a real deal, high level type of boxer? No, I don't. But yeah, I guess that's
because we've seen Kamaru's name thrown out there.
I think Kamaru will smash him,
and I want it to happen.
Smash.
Yeah. I
beat
think
the brakes off him, bro.
I mean, I'm a fan of Ben Askren, but let's be honest, his strong point was never his stand up or his hand.
Never, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
He got outstruck by Damian Maia, so
exactly.
And not in on Damian Maia either. He's very good in his own right, but they're grapplers. You know what I mean? Like, they grapple a lot. So, their hands and only hands as their only weapon in a competition is not his strong suit.
All right, man. Hey, guys, do you have any questions? We always like to ask this at the end, too. Do you have any questions for us before we let you go?
I don't think so.
All right.
Enough, Zach.
Yeah, I know. It's totally cool. You listen, everyone always says no, but I like to put the floor out there. One day will be interesting enough where people can have questions.
All right, I got a question for you. Where are you guys from?
All over. We've actually never met in person. We just created this over a bond over Twitter that actually just started this whole thing, which we got to say, it hasn't even been a year yet, and we've actually done much better than we thought. Had fighters on. We've had good reviews from the fighters, so it's been good. But I'm from the Poconos, Pennsylvania.
I'm
Steve,
from Boston.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zach slid in my DMs.
I did.
He tried to get me on the show.
I did.
Yeah. I'm from Dallas. I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys fight or train or anything?
No.
I used to box and train a little bit, but now no, because
I took my first
getting punched.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu class last week. So yes, I do train.
Nice.
Hey, there you go.
I
train.
I'm a
I
dad.
train hard.
I'm fat, and I played college baseball, and then after that was it. But I watch every card, and we break down every card, and I've been, I watch every UFC card, I should say. I don't watch every promotion. I can't get into Bellator. I like one in PFL though. I can get into that, but I don't like Bellator, man.
Bellator's
garbage.
last card was a banger though.
Yeah,
we'll get into it.
But hey, man, we really appreciate the time. Whenever you want to come back on, please feel free. We'd love to have you back on in the future. It's always fun, and we appreciate the time, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, guys.
No problem. Best of luck on your next fight against Vince Pichel. See ya.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Take care, guys. See ya.
All right, guys, that was Austin Hubbard. We thank Austin for the time. Great interview. Always fun to talk with fighters. And now we actually have a guest possibly joining us for picks.
I saw that.
Yes,
sneaky in the DMs there.
Yes, I'm trying to make this show a little surprising for people.
Lively.
So yes. So but before we do that, Steve, let's get into I'm fumbling over my words like a babbling idiot today. Steve.
Nervous, huh?
He did make me nervous. But Steve, take us to news and rate that matchup.
I got to be honest.
I gotta make like a thing for that, like a video or something, so that I don't have to say it. It's time for Steve's something.
All right,
be better at the transitions, man. You just gotta, hey, what's going on?
Well, I'm not on the Kieran level, which I'm totally fine with. We're just happy to have you part of the show, man.
No levels. Zach, you're capable of anything.
There's levels to this game.
To this podcast, to this content creation game.
Steve, go ahead. Take us through the slow week.
Yeah, well, it's slow. I only have one rate that matchup, and it was because it's a friend of the show, and it is potentially the guy who's coming on to do the picks. Do you want me to name drop that man?
Yeah, go ahead. Why not? What the hell?
Well, it's Fabio Cherant taking on William Knight, August 21st.
Battle of Boston, because both
it's in New England. I didn't know that Fabio was he's from the Boston area. I did not know that. And I think William Knight is Connecticut. So I think they're both New England guys, but that's a fun matchup. I mean, not an easy fight for Fabio for his second fight in the UFC. I'll say that.
Yeah, man. First he gets Alonzo Menafield, and then he gets William Knight, who William Knight's tough, man. He can wrestle and he can strike. Fabio's crazy young, but I like Fabio. I think that he's got the potential. He was LFA champ, right? So he's got the potential, and I almost like it. I like when there's new guys. There's some guys that are don't give me the tough opponents, and there's other guys, no, I'll take whatever fight. You got to respect it. Losing to Alonzo Menafield is not anything to hang your hat on. And then same thing with I hope he goes out and he destroys William Knight. William Knight was a guy that stood us up. So screw you, William Knight. We're all on the Fabio Cherant train, and hopefully he knocks him out.
There we go.
So I'll give it a 4. I give it a 4. I like William Knight is exciting to watch. His fight style is exciting, and I hope we can see more of Fabio than a minute that we saw him in his UFC debut. So
and that was short notice too, wasn't it?
I'm sorry. I just can't. Bond
listing off bald athletic people.
He's not wrong though.
Prove me
He's
wrong.
not wrong though.
All
He's
UFC
really not wrong.
GSP.
I don't think Pernell Whitaker
Jones.
wasn't bald, but keep going. James Toney.
Fedor, bald equals power. Khabib is not bald. What? I don't get that. Cain Velasquez. Yeah, but bald Cain Velasquez was bad. He got shit on. Yeah. Mike Tyson. He was better with hair.
Yeah.
George Foreman, Sugar Ray Leonard. Eddie Hearn, Pernell Whitaker.
I love how for the UFC legends, they just tossed in Dana White as a bald person as a UFC legend, just to make the argument.
He's a legend. Technically, he is.
Yeah, but
and he does have power.
He said
not
bald
punching
equals power, and then 4 messages later said Mayweather. So no, I don't think bald equals power. Bald does equal talent, though.
Mayweather looks homeless as shit. I just gotta say that
he does. Did you guys talk about this about this brawl that happened between him
the
and
gotcha hat? You want to talk about the gotcha hat
brawl?
Jake, look. Jake Paul's gonna learn one day. Some of these dudes don't play that shit, bro. And I understand
he caught a black eye, didn't he?
Yeah, I understand it's just a hat. I can't imagine him doing that to so Floyd has this fighter in his stable, Gervonta Davis. Who,
yes, I know who Gervonta Davis
doesn't give a fuck.
Thug.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck about perception, anything. He honestly is just like that. I just can't imagine if he did that. He'd probably get it a whole lot worse than Floyd, who actually, for a boxer, being from where he's from, is incredibly in control of his emotions and not getting out of hand, which is crazy to see all of that happen.
That brawl was all fake, man. That was fake, staged. Man. I think it was staged.
I think Jake Paul went there to start some shit, but at the same time, I don't know. I think Floyd was genuinely upset, and the only reason why I say I think he was genuinely upset. Look at that motherfucker's hair. Come on, man. He was upset.
He was hiding something with that hat.
He didn't want no one to see that.
He had reason. He came up there with a shitty ass beard, but it
looks like he hasn't had a haircut in a long while.
Yeah, no, he's growing it back out, and I have no clue why. It's not a good look. No.
I'm thinking he should fight Jake and Logan same night.
He said that afterwards.
Did he say that? Yeah. I mean, that's got to happen. How could that not happen? He's going to sleep both of them whenever he wants.
I don't know. I think he wins, but he is massively smaller than both.
Yeah, but he's also actually a boxer.
No, I know. I'm just saying that it's, as far as size, there is a massive mismatch there.
He's beating the brakes off of that boy.
I hope so. I mean, yeah, I think so too, especially because Logan is worse than Jake.
Yeah, the punches are coming slower. Jake, and also he's a complete novice. Also, Logan Paul has the worst nerves for fighting ever. If you're nervous to go in there and box against KSI, imagine when you're standing across from the greatest pound for pound boxer of all time.
Has there ever been a bigger difference in your next fight Like from KSI to Floyd Mayweather, the biggest difference of all time.
Conor McGregor to Logan Paul, maybe.
No, well,
Could be.
Connor's trying to get back in that action now too. Connor's gonna box again here soon. And the thing is though, if he loses, I feel like then the hype is gone. Like he needs to almost win.
Yeah, he's done.
I'm going to cry real tears.
He'll be out.
You don't like Dustin.
So. I don't like that. Well, guys, did you guys see the UFC rankings got hacked?
Oh no, I didn't.
They got hacked today. I'm not sure if they're still up, but so they had Conor McGregor at number 7 pound for pound, and like Dustin Poirier at number 4, Max Holloway at like 15. It was so.
Is that
funny.
why Cowboy is he actually ranked number 15 at lightweight? Because I was like, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, is it still up right now?
That was like earlier today, and I was looking at it, and I was like, how the fuck is he still on it? He is still there. Donald Cerrone, number 15 lightweight.
Okay, no, that still can't. Oh god, they haven't fixed all of them then. Yeah, they definitely haven't fixed all of them then. Yeah, they fixed the pound for pound rankings because earlier today, like Max Holloway was at like 15, Conor was at like 7, Aljo wasn't ranked. It was a nightmare.
I gotta ask, like, seriously, how heartbroken are you getting now? Like, what is gonna be your take if another fight gets? Because right now, like, I'm looking at this card as you know, we're gonna see
if it's Katlyn Chookagian, I'll be more fucking pleased. I'm not gonna lie. like
it's already a short card right now. Only 4 fights on the main card. I would assume that's obviously gonna get bumped up. I honestly want to see. I wouldn't mind seeing. All right, that fight's already on the main card. I mean, Jacare Souza or move Matt Schnell up. That's a good fight versus Rogerio Bontorian. I like that fight.
What if they move up Antonina Shevchenko and Andrea Lee? How you feeling about that, Karen?
I mean, it's a Shevchenko. She's not anywhere near the level of her sister, but I don't like Andrea KGB Lee though either. The racist ass husband. Yeah, like she's
got a racist husband,
bruh. Husband's got Nazi tattoos and shit.
Oh no! I actually just saw a lot of stuff about Cowboy too being like wildly racist.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you guys that, but Cowboys wild, bro.
Kieran's gonna be leaving us. These Coffee and KOs guys, they're Cowboy fans.
No, I just don't like. I used to really like Cowboy, and then I found out all that shit. And I'm like,
where do you find this stuff out? Because I don't ever see anything. Is it Reddit? Like
Reddit/MMA gives you the lowdown on.
That'd be Reddit. It's always
Reddit. I don't really follow anything on Reddit.
Yo, Reddit/MMA is the haven for all MMA hardcores. You find the most passionate people there, though.
Jessica I on there yet?
Jessica I? What do you mean? Oh, her
she must have made her way through there. Like,
I'll put it this way. I this week saw pictures of Paige Van Zandt sent to me for free, and they were 10 times better than anything that Jessica I's offering for thousands of dollars. So I'm not trying to knock someone's hustle, but if you're spending money to see Jessica I, let's rethink our priorities here. You know,
I still think it's funny as shit that Diego Sanchez has an OnlyFans.
That right there.
I don't.
Yeah, I think it's hysterical.
Speaking of, yes,
Bon Kui asks, isn't Mike Perry black? I mean, he claims that he's black. Whether he is
that a question
Mike Perry's
right now?
Nigerian. UFC Africa, Mike Perry's got to be on that card. That's
what is
this man
you?
wants to know my race so bad.
What is you, Karen?
I am black and white. My father is from Guyana. Which, by the way, guys, I wasn't on the recap show because I was getting my mother food. But
how was that food, by the way?
It was great. We had tacos al pastor and then also some nachos. The salsa though, for the chips and salsa that we got, tore my ass up for a good 36 hours. Yeah, it was rough this morning. Yeah. Either way, what was I saying? Oh yeah, shout out to Carlston Harris. He first Guyanese fighter to fight in the UFC and got a stoppage victory. I was losing my mind. If you guys don't know, my father's from Guyana. It's
I have no idea where that is.
Yeah, it's in South America. It's right next to Venezuela. And it was it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool because Guyanese athletes just not out there. I mean, Dwight Grant in the UFC is like Guyanese American, but I didn't even know that. Also, it's Dwight Grant, you know. But No, I'm playing.
Come on, man.
I'm playing. I gotta be.
He's probably going to be a friend of the show because those.
Another guy we got to cross off.
No, I added him on Twitter because I was like, I didn't even know you were Guyanese. You got to wear the Guyanese shorts next time, and he didn't respond to me. I'm like, dude, you have like fucking 300 followers on Twitter. Like, come on, bro. You
saw this comment.
You can drop me a like, bro. No, I'm playing. No, but yeah, I don't know. It was a fun time. It was good to see someone from my dad's
heritage.
Country. Yeah, my heritage. That was what I was looking for. Do something well because nobody comes out of that place. Like,
putting him on the map.
Yeah, nobody.
Let the people know.
It's crazy.
Let
that place
know.
is sadly most well known for Pastor Mike Jones back in the 60s flying a bunch of people for
who
over there.
Yes. You like that?
Yes,
you like that?
Yes. That's what I was waiting for.
330.
Oh my gosh.
It took you a minute.
My gosh. Yes. Thank you.
You didn't think I had that in me.
I was waiting for that one. Yeah, that was a good one. I
haven't heard that in about 15
I didn't think I was
years.
going to hear it. I didn't think I was going to hear it, but I got it. Yeah, no, but they're most well known for Pastor going down there and killing everybody with poison.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Anyway, but we got to talk about this card, and also I got to talk to you, Zach, about Bellator a little bit because, as you know, myself, not the biggest Bellator guy, but their card this past weekend was really impressive. Sergio Pettis won the belt over Juan Archuleta, like one of TJ Dillashaw's biggest teammates. That was crazy.
Well, and then Venom Page broke a nose.
Yeah, he dented a man's face in.
Did you see
Anthony Rumble Johnson came back and got a stoppage as well in a wild fight. Anthony Rumble Johnson got rocked for the first time in his career, which was insane to see, coming off of a 4-year layoff. Bellator put up a good. I mean, well, that's a one-off. That's the first time in a while that I've seen a really solid Bellator card, but it was good. It was good. I would recommend watching it.
Also, real quick, I don't know if this is breaking news or if it was just posted pretty recently, but Verdum's loss overturned to a no contest.
Yes. Oh wow!
Yeah.
In the PFL, he did look like he tapped. To be honest,
he tapped.
He tapped.
He
definitely tapped. Then he got blasted afterwards. But yeah, I'm glad that loss got taken off of his record because that was some nonsense. But either way, let's get to this card.
Did you see the dude that Michael Venom Page broke his nose? Did you see that he actually had kidney issues and he's in all this trouble now because he didn't list it in his medical reports that he had these kidney issues?
Jesus.
Yeah.
See,
crazy.
When Bellator thinks they got you, man, the bullshit starts to happen.
Everything just tumbles.
You know, this was the same promotion that put up Dada 5000 versus Kimbo Slice, though.
I can't believe. Yeah, that is crazy that was a Bellator thing. Yeah,
that resulted in 2 heart attacks.
R.I.P. Kimbo. Rest easy,
my man.
Kimbo. Either way, let's get to this card that I'm going to. Unfortunately, UFC 262 this weekend from Houston, Texas, headlined by Michael Chandler and Charles Oliveira. How are we guys feeling? Like, are we feeling some sort of excitement for the card?
Hey,
Fabio Cherant in the building.
What's up?
What's up, man?
What's up?
We appreciate
that was perfect timing.
Out. Yeah, perfect timing. We're just about to make picks now. Perfect timing. Thanks for joining us.
No doubt.
This man came in with the sensual lighting, shirt off, blue lights going.
The mood is set. He's ready to make some picks.
The mood is set. He's ready to predict. That's what it is.
No Pit Vipers though yet today.
Hold on. Hold on.
What is it?
Pit Vipers. That's Josh. Josh when he made the picks last time. There you go. Josh made the thumbnail so that every fighter he chose is wearing the Pit Vipers. It was pretty genius.
Okay, I gotcha.
Is that like you? Are you sponsored by them? I feel like you should be sponsored. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I feel like you need to be.
Yeah, I am.
And Bon Kui, who has been in here the whole time, says homie got the YG dreadlocks. This guy's been commenting the whole time.
Just cancer the whole time.
Yes, yeah, the entire time. But let's get into picks. Let's actually make picks for the Schnell and Souza fight as well, just in case one of them gets moved to the main card.
Oh no, Souza's is facing Muniz. Schnell's fighting Bonteron.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
You want to do both of them?
Yeah, let's make picks for both of them just in case one of them is going to get bumped to the main card, I think. And it could also be Grundy versus Lando Venata. That's a pretty good fight. But let's go with those two fights. So first one is Matt Schnell coming off. I think his last fight was a win against Tyson Nam, which was a really good fight that he lost, or he won split decision, but I think 100% he won that fight outright. I think it was a bullshit split decision. And then Rogerio Bontorin actually lost his last time out against Kai Kara-France, in which he looked pretty good early on, gets stopped in the second round. That's 2 in a row, or later in the first round. That's 2 in a row. Now he lost to Ray Borg and Kai Kara-France, two guys that are really, really tough. Matt Schnell, the pace he put on last time was absolutely incredible. What are the odds on this one? I don't have the odds up in front of me, Steve.
We have for Matt Schnell -160 and +135 for Bontorin.
I'm going Bontorin by TKO. I thought his hands looked really, really good. I liked him last time. Matt Schnell has been up and down. I'm gonna go upset here, trying to win. And I mean, I will say this: his loss. So he lost to Tim Elliott, Rob Font, dogs. Obviously, those guys are tough as hell. And then he's lost to Pantoja. I'm switching my pick. I'm going Matt Schnell, but I'm gonna go decision.
No,
decision.
You can't.
I'm switching.
No.
I agree. No switching.
Are you serious? The dude's coming off a 2-fight losing streak, and then you're gonna say you have him winning by TKO. No, stick with your pick.
You took your hand off the chess piece. You gotta play it.
Crazy.
All right, I'll stick with it. Why not? I'll stick with it. Give me my. I'm gonna win some money.
So you're going Bontorin finish?
I like Matt Schnell, but I like the odds here. I don't know why. I just something about it. I thought Bontorin looked pretty good against Kai Kara-France, who's a dog, and then he kind of fell apart there at the end. But I like Bontorin. I don't know. I'm rocking with you, dude. I actually like Bontorin.
Let's go. I'm going with you. I thought he looked very good in his last fight. It's just he got caught. Kai Kara-France had that walk away, the walk-off knockout shot. But I thought he looked great on the ground, man. I don't know. I think he can. I think he can apply the pressure. Get it done. Schnell's definitely solid, obviously, but give me the underdog here, and I'll go submission.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know what these boys is thinking either. I'm going with Matt Schnell. I think y'all are both.
I'm going Schnell decision.
Yeah, I'm going Schnell decision as well. I think y'all are smoking some heavy crack right now.
Nope, not smoking anything. I just got here from work. I had no time to do anything.
Did you guys do the other fights already?
No. That was the first one.
There's still a full card, and you guys jumped to that fight.
Well, we only normally pick for the main card, but if you want us to pick for all of them, we can.
If any fight gets bumped to the main card, I think it'll be Andre Ali versus Shevchenko.
I was just saying that.
Why would they put Schnell? Both names are bigger than those two guys.
They could.
Jacare too, though. They could bump Jacare.
Yeah, Jacare's on the. But then again, you need an ESPN headliner.
Well, maybe they put Andre Ali and Shevchenko as the headliner and then bump Jacare. That'd be hella disrespectful if they put another card. Another fight over Jacare.
Yeah, that's true.
In the main card already.
So we normally make picks for the main card, but if you want to give us your prelims picks, you can tell us your prelims picks. I'm interested to hear. We can't rock with Andrea Lee. I've learned some information about Andrea Lee today on this podcast that I will not be picking Andrea Lee.
Wait, what? Whoa, what do you mean?
Her husband's a Nazi.
Oh, Jesus.
So yeah, not looking good.
I guess we want Shevchenko to win by head kick. I'm just kidding.
Yes, exactly.
No, so I might rock with my boy Seriano making his debut.
Okay.
I think he wins by I like that fight for under 2.5.
He's coming as the underdog too.
Yeah. Have you
been on a nice little 3-fight winning streak too?
Leg kicks?
No.
Yeah, you should watch some of his fights. I think he got into the UFC at a really young age, kind of like me, but it was a different time back then. And now that he's spent some time outside of the UFC, he's been racking up, man. And I think what's his Giagos?
Yeah,
Yep.
Christos Giagos.
Yeah, he's in. I think he's in for a treat.
All right, I'm going to take note of these because you were pretty spot on the cafe parlay minus I think one fight. So
Yeah,
I need.
What one fight?
There was one.
I lost a fight because fucking what's his name got his leg broken.
Yes, Chris Weidman.
Weidman.
I was
Jimmy Crute.
Jimmy Crute.
I said Uriah Hall was gonna win, but dude, look, Jimmy Crute is so good. He finished the round. He won the rest of the round on one fucking leg.
Yeah, that's true.
He wanted to keep going.
Yeah, like that kid is something else. I'm pissed because I would have won a fuck ton of money if he won that fight. But I ended up making either way I made a lot of money, but still I would have made a lot of money if that didn't happen.
That parlay was like plus 1,000 or something, maybe more.
It was like 25,000 plus 25,000, I think.
Jesus.
Yeah. Every fight I got was right. The overs and unders, the winners, and everything. And it just so happened that dude got his leg freaking busted up. But let's go. Oh yeah, I like this fight. Who's favorited to win Pickett versus Wright?
Oh, it's a dead even money.
Pickett by KO.
Locking that
just
one
in general.
Yeah, Pickett by KO.
Who do you think's going to get it done?
Knocked out 3 times, have we not?
Yeah.
He got knocked out by Joaquin Buckley. Where's the fight that got overturned? Anthony Hernandez.
Yeah. The Beverly Hills Ninja.
They turned it to a no contest because of weed. That's fucking dumb. Stupid fight. I guess he's only been knocked out twice. All right. So, yeah, I think Jamie Pickett by KO.
Yeah, Pickett's got some tough losses.
Yeah.
As far as opponents, Punahel Soriano is a savage. So he lost to him on the Contender Series, and then he lost to Tafon Nchukwi on a unanimous decision.
That dude is super slow.
Yes.
I was about to say the same exact thing.
I lost money on him.
He is so slow.
I lost money on that fuck too, man. I was heated.
Yeah.
I wasn't high on him. I hadn't seen him yet, but that shit let me down. I was like, how are you this fucking slow?
I was so shook by that. I'm like, there's no way he's that slow. Like, everything was just like, come on, man.
He didn't want to fight Park because he had freaking he had the shit on his chest. What was
he
that?
Definitely had a staph infection.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, he had an extra nipple growing out of the top of his fucking chest.
Yeah, Mike Grundy, lock him in for submission.
All right, Grundy by sub
against Venata. Dang.
Yeah. I
like Lando.
Yeah, me too. I'm a Lando fan, but we're fandom aside, we're talking betting now, which I don't know shit about.
Money matters.
Yeah, it does.
Or do under 2.5.
Okay.
I don't think this fight goes the distance.
All right, and then what about
he's hard to finish too. That's the other thing. That's with Venata, right?
Lando is very hard to finish.
Yeah, he is very hard to finish. Maybe, fuck. Let's stay away from that fight.
I was about to say, Lando, you never know what you're gonna get, man.
Yeah,
you never know what you're gonna get.
Snell versus Bontarine.
Yeah, that's the one we just picked.
Yeah, you pick Snell by.
I say decision. Snell by decision. Jacare versus Andre Muniz. Muniz has been killing it. What's his name's on wow. Jesus Christ. He needs a win bad.
He's dropped 4 of the last 5.
You know what's pretty underrated about him though? He went the distance with Jan Blachowicz. And
he knocked out by Kevin Holland.
Oh yeah, that is true.
He did take him down twice before that.
Yeah. But he went the distance with Jan at 205, which is crazy. He was now the champion.
Which Jan was this though? This was
this was not long ago, 2019.
Long ago. Yeah, 2019.
When he was
part of the win streak.
Yeah. maybe it was due to like the not cutting weight and stuff like that. And his head was in a better spot, but like 3 in a row is kind of tough, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
What's the odds on that one?
That's dead even money again.
Oh.
That's a
Bro.
tough pick.
Yeah.
If Jacare was the dog, I'm rocking Jacare.
I might go
Just-
Muniz on that one.
Or
Yeah.
have that fight. I would pick instead of picking a winner, I'd just pick that fight to go to the distance. I don't think it'll be a finish. Because I mean, Muniz, most of his wins are by submission, and Jacare is kind of a shark on the ground. You know, I mean, I'm no doctor or anything. I'm pretty sure he's a black belt.
Yeah, I think
Oh, it's a safe bet.
Has he
Here's
ever
the thing,
been?
Muniz's strength is his jiu-jitsu as well,
Yeah.
though.
And
Yeah, I don't
Jacare's
see it.
never.
I don't see it going well for him.
Muniz has a 6-inch reach advantage too.
Yeah, I think that fight goes the distance.
This is definitely a huge step up in competition, though, for him. Because you look at the people that Jacare's losing to; they're all.
I was just
great
gonna say
opponents.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
it's the killers.
I think Jacare takes this one easy. To be honest with you, I don't know. It's levels.
Yeah,
and
but
Muniz could be there.
3-fight losing streak.
3-fight losing streak's all good and well, but like,
It plays a huge
Dude.
everything, man. Your mindset different.
He's 41.
It's
He
He's
is.
41, man.
that's like saying why you thought Weidman was gonna win that fight against Uriah Hall. You know what I mean? He's lost in a row.
Right,
And
Zach?
I knew.
No, Chris Weidman was not winning. Chris
No,
Weidman is
Wait,
dog doo.
I think the worst one though is really the Holland one. Because when you look at it, I mean, he lost 2 decisions to Jan and to Jack Hermanson. He had a split decision against the light heavyweight champion like 2 fights ago. You know, I don't know. And now we're talking about Muniz, who hasn't really competed in the UFC that long. So like either Muniz is like really legitimate, which could be the truth, but it's kind of like unknown.
Look at Muniz's activity.
Yeah.
Right. So he's fought 3 times.
Now, he's fought 1 time in the past.
Well, 2019
Year.
fights, 2021, and then COVID, obviously.
Yeah.
But Jacare, is what? 1, 2 in 2019.
Yeah.
1 in 2020. They're in the same boat, but one is on a 3-fight losing streak.
Yeah.
You know, one has momentum on his side. One is kind of like in a head game place. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, I don't know what's going on. You know, I don't know if I can pull this off still. You know, like, you know, in his deep down inside, Jacare is going through some mental battles right now with this fight. So I definitely don't know if he wins it easy, but that's why I would say this fight goes distance.
I do like the matchup though, because Jacare does need a break from all these top tier guys.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
This next fight is the fight that's gonna be a fucking barn burner.
Bang.
yes.
I love Burgos, but I think this is a bad fight for him. I think
Barboza at 45 has been.
that 45 is a fucking monster.
Problem.
Yes.
He's a problem.
He got robbed the Ige fight. I thought he won that fight. Right? That was the
Yes.
fight.
That was his 45
the-
debut, I
Yeah.
believe.
That was a bullshit fight. He won that fight. The Felder fight, I thought he won.
Yeah, in Abu Dhabi. 100%. Yeah.
I thought he won that fight. Ige, he definitely beat the brakes off of Ige. And then look at what he did to that
Markwan Amirkhani.
what's his name?
Yeah, Markwan.
Freaking you know, he's
Americani.
Yeah, him. I think that should be no going the distance. Either no distance, under 2.5. Under 2.5 or no distance.
It's tough.
I'm not
I
a big
think
fan of Coca. You know her name. She's hella. Is this gonna be
Chookagian?
a lot of her? Is this
Oh,
people?
I mean, we're live, but we don't have we don't have that many subscribers.
I want to be like Casey Kenny and have fucking like Megan Anderson ripping into him. I'm not.
Oh God.
yeah,
I'm
this is live. So
Did you see that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we did kind of shit on
Don't call
Casey
it,
Kenny a little bit, but like,
yeah.
it's
I was-
okay.
Like, It's what year are we in? Like, people are so soft that they were like, "Yo, would you bang Megan Anderson?" Like,
I don't
it's
I don't
not
know
like
if it was really what he said. I think it was everything that preceded after that made it seem worse. Like it was definitely overblown.
it was
Yeah.
way overblown. Like, that was kind of childish. Like, he was just talking, and I don't even think he said anything that crazy.
I think it was just a shitty situation. If
Yeah,
I'm
it was.
being honest, with you.
He got put in a
Yeah.
really tough
It
situation.
was such.
I think, the
it was-
4 calling her a 4 a.m. or a 5 a.m. though, that shit was out of pocket, but kind of fucking funny.
That's
I'm
like
not
it's
gonna
like
lie.
locker room talk, though. You
That
know?
shit was
Like-
pretty funny, but
Yeah.
yeah.
You know how, like, oh man, it's just hella childish for that to get blown up like that. But like I was gonna say, I'm not a big fan of I can't say her name.
Chookagian.
Chookagian.
She's hella corny. Like,
Fun fact: she's from like an hour where we live, so it totally makes sense.
where's that?
She's from Quakertown, Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah.
He said,
I'm
"Oh
not-
yeah, like I know the people from around there."
I don't even want to put money on this fight. I don't even want to look at this fight. I'm just gonna jump to Tony versus Beneil because that
My
fight's
man.
gonna be another banger. I don't see this fight going the distance either. The winner is gonna be very, very up in the air. Who shows up?
Go Beneil. Beneil.
I like Beneil. I like Beneil, but what Tony are we gonna get? You know, totally depends. Because
Kieran hates Tony.
this
I
is
can't stand
Tell him,
Tony.
Kieran.
I can't say, well, it's not that I hate Tony. It's just like I feel like yes, he went on a very long win streak, but I feel like it was kind of overblown by a lot of MMA fans. Yes, he's very skilled, but at the same time, like
he didn't lose a fight in 10 years. How's that overblown?
The names aren't amazing on that list.
well, in retrospect, I mean, at the times they're pretty solid. I think his win against RDA is great.
What did you just say?
Yeah, I think okay.
Vaughn, let me
This is
let
what
me
I'm
pull up the
saying.
list.
In retrospect, this is my thing. In retrospect, if you look at him, if you look at the resume, it's not as impressive as it could be.
His resume
You know,
is better than Khabib's.
no, it's not.
Khabib's last 3 fights. Are you shitting me?
How are you going to take away 3 title defenses? And
Bro,
then say that his
look
resume
at
is
the
better?
names on the win list. It's not the RDA fight is great, but then it's like Lando Venata's on there.
And
I mean,
Edson
Edson
Barboza.
Barboza looks good.
This is my thing. Though.
Donald
This
Cerrone.
is the problem. This is the problem that I have with him.
Pettis, Kevin Lee, Rafael dos Santos.
Yeah, but those are older. That's
Venata,
2019
Edson
Cerrone.
Barboza.
Kevin Lee really that good though?
Are you shitting me? Are
That's
you
when-
serious?
I mean,
Are
yeah,
you-
he beat Barboza.
Besides his corny ass talking, he's a very, very good fucking person.
No, I think he's good. I don't think he's great though.
Danny
To be honest, I mean,
Danny Castillo. You're gonna say Danny Castillo's bad? He's very good, right?
Danny Castillo was good. I mean, he got cut like 2 years after that.
Yeah.
I mean, well, this is my thing. That it wasn't the resume for me. My problem was it's the method of victory. How many times did Tony Ferguson damn near get finished in those fights? And I understand, like, yes, he made it out of those, but at the same time, I feel like he kind of got by on his cardio and toughness more than he did his actual skill set. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I definitely think he's a good fighter. Like subbing Kevin Lee on the ground, but at the same time, you get dominated in the first round in that fight. Come back when Kevin Lee gets tired and has a staph infection and then sub him. And even then, I'm not really that high on Kevin Lee, but Lando Venata damn near finishes you and you start rolling like crazy. Anthony Pettis damn near finishes you and you start rolling like crazy. Edson Barboza gives you all that you can handle until he gets tired and then you choke him out in a fight that you were losing. You know, like it's not so much the resume isn't impressive as well as it is like the method of victory. I feel like he's great and he's durable, and that's the biggest part of his skill set than anything. And then he went up against someone in Justin Gaethje who knew how to deal with all of that shit. You know,
I think in his situation, Gaethje had 0 to lose. He came into the camp like, look at me. So during quarantine, I had 3 kind of short notice fights where I had no time to prepare for the camp. I had no time to think about the fighter who I was fighting. I just went out there and fought, right? And I won. And in Justin's case, he didn't really have time to prepare. He didn't give zero fucks on the fight, and that's Justin's mindset for most of his fights. He just doesn't give a fuck, you know.
Yeah.
In Tony, he's getting ready for Khabib, a dude that's gonna grapple for however many rounds. Not Justin. Justin can grapple, but doesn't want to. Khabib is so one-dimensional that you already know what he's gonna do, and you know he's not gonna try to do anything else, right? So how do you get prepared in such short window for somebody like that? That's tough. It's very tough, you know.
Yeah, I'm not taking away from that, but at the same time, I feel like Charles Oliveira built on the holes that you saw in the Kevin Lee fight.
Yes,
and I feel like Justin Gaethje just capitalized on the holes that you saw in the Lando Veneta and in the Anthony Pettis fight. Like I think boxing wise, Tony Ferguson's kind of behind, but at the same time, he puts punches out there, kind of like Colby Covington puts punches out there and just outlasts you with his cardio. Like I don't, but at the same time, Tony Ferguson is really good, and Beneil Dariush, this is a big step up for him. You know, Charles Oliveira had the win streak and the confidence, everything on his side coming into that fight. And also Justin Gaethje's a fucking killer. Like, no ifs, ands, and buts about it. After that Dustin Poirier fight, you saw a switch in the way that he fought. Like, he used to just walk people down with his hands up high, and now he's strategic and counters, which is crazy. Watching Justin Gaethje hit pull counters and Kamaru Usman hit pull counters, but Trevor Whitman's on a whole different level right now. But yeah, I don't know. This will be an interesting fight. I really like Beneil. Beneil's on that same type of win streak and confidence boost that Charles Oliveira is. So,
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I know we're a Beneil Dariush fan podcast, so I'm gonna have to go with him. I think he's gonna get it done.
I think
be a decision.
I think he does as well, but like I said before, it depends on what freaking Tony we get. Is Tony is very unpredictable, you know?
Yeah.
Hopefully you know what I think was the downfall for Tony? He just doesn't know how to put his ego to the side. Like, even after he got manhandled by Oliveira, he was still talking like he had a shot in that fight, and I'm like, bro, no, you didn't. He's
talking like he had a shot against Khabib. I'm like, dude, that shit's.
I'm like, bro, like, shut up, man. Like, admit defeat. You lost. You got beat the fuck. He beat you up. Justin beat you up. The only time you looked good in that fight, I don't think he won a fight against Justin. Won a round against Justin, except when he dropped Justin. And
even then, he was losing that round until he landed it.
Like, I think Justin's beat him the worst out of everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, by far.
By far. That was beautiful.
And
watch that video when I'm at home alone.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the main event, I'm gonna ride with my guy Michael Chandler.
Oh,
dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. How do you think he gets it done?
Think he finishes him?
Ground and pound.
Oh.
I think
listen.
So I'm so unsure. I obviously want him to win, but I'm gonna bet under 4.5 because I don't see this fight going the distance. I just don't see it.
Oliveira finishes everybody.
The style of both fighters is just not built for this to go the distance. No way.
Yeah. We predicted at the end of last year that at the end of this year, Charles Oliveira would be the champ. Obviously, that was prior to Michael Chandler
Connor figures this shit out.
I don't think Connor's gonna figure his shit out.
I don't know.
I think you'd be surprised.
I'll bet you.
I think you'd be surprised.
Listen, I'll bet you my next fight. I'll bet you my next fight purse that Connor starts as Dustin.
If I had that kind of money,
I think Connor starches him, bro.
If I had that kind of money to bet, I would take it. But I hope for the sport. I hope for the sport. I hope for the sport that Connor does win. I love Connor, and I think that the sport is better when Connor is fighting.
Yeah,
it's just like one of those things when Connor for me has not evolved. He's seemed to be the same fighter forever, and if he comes out and fights the same way he fought Dustin the first time, I don't think he wins.
He won't.
I don't think so.
He was winning the fight.
He was winning the fight.
He was piecing him up. He was definitely piecing him up.
I'll put it this way.
You know what happened? The same thing happened to me in my title fight for LFA. you can only take so many leg kicks, and then it starts to build up, and it makes or breaks you, and it broke Conor. But you can't take away from the fact both rounds that fight went in, Conor was winning. Conor was piecing him the fuck up. And if you take out those leg kicks, Dustin's not taking more of those punches. He's gonna get finished. Now we go back to the second fight. If Conor fixes those little errors that he made, right, it's a bad night for Dustin.
It really is. I completely agree with you.
I hope. To be honest, hope so.
These are the two bad things that he did in that fight. He kept throwing that long lead uppercut that made absolutely no fucking sense to throw after he landed it the first time.
Moneymaker. He throws the lead uppercut to the 2. It's Conor's. Conor's done it so many times, and it works. But you have to see why he does it. He sets it up so well. But I just think his footwork wasn't where it needed to be for that.
And that had to do with the leg kicks as well, because whenever he went to throw the long that lead uppercut underneath, Dustin countered it. Dustin saw it coming from a mile away and stuck a right hand on him.
Because you look, he did it against Cowboy and fucking pieced Cowboy with one, and you know what I mean. It's
slippery, but at the same time, I think Dustin was prepared for it.
His legs were junk. His legs were junk.
Yeah, we'll see.
I can't believe this man over here saying that Conor's gonna lose.
Listen, I don't want him to lose. I'm a Conor fan. I want him to win. For me, it's
if you want him to win, you say Conor's gonna win. You don't say Conor. No sense.
I don't buy it, Zach.
The only thing that matters is I always say that Fabio is gonna win. That is all that matters, right?
Next time, because you might have said I was gonna win the last time and I lost. You know. No, I'm just. So it's funny. It's funny to me because my next fight is gonna be huge. It's gonna be a huge fuck you to a lot of people. And if people think of my last fight, me losing on a 3-day notice, after I just had the best fight of my life against a guy that has 30+ fights, they're crazy, you know. I took the fight on 3 days' notice against a dude that is just blitz in and throw heat, and you know it didn't work my way. And I got
Alonzo trains in Alonzo used to train in Dallas, or I think he still does train in Dallas. I've seen him multiple times. It's the same thing every time.
I got hurt and I couldn't do the things I wanted to do, so it's like, man, if I was able to give me 2 weeks, and put me back in that same position, and I have that fight, I would win. You know what I mean? But I went through a lot of shit in those 3 days that just mentally drained me. And like, granted, I still felt great going into the fight. It just, I was not expecting a dude go for a takedown on me. I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude? Did he really go for a takedown? And then I thought I was gonna get the guillotine. I thought I had my arms in the right spot, but he stopped my hips from me switching my hips over, which bit me in the ass. But this fight is gonna be a totally different fucking fight, and people are gonna get introduced to who I am really fast.
Well, early odds have you at plus 240 too, so we'll be making some big money on you.
What's that?
There's plus 240 for you right now. That'll be some nice money for us to win.
I love that. I might bet a freaking 10 grand on me.
I like that. Listen, we're all on the Fabio train. We appreciate your time. We're super pumped congrats on the fight announcement. We're super pumped for you. Oh, yeah. Can't wait to see you back in the octagon. And again, it'll be much better performance considering you have a full camp this time.
Yeah, right. Not 3 days. It's awesome.
So, but we appreciate the time, man. Can't wait to have you back on again in the future. Your picks hit, man. You know what you're talking about, and we love it. So,
hell yeah. All right, boys. It's good to see you guys. Good talking to you.
Yep. Take it easy, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Take care, Fabio.
Oh yeah, you as well. Bye-bye.
See ya. All right, guys, that's Fabio Cherant's pick. So obviously he ran with it. So we'll go through and make our picks quick. We already did Matt Schnell, Bontarine. Let's just go from Burgos up. All right, we'll just go from Burgos up. So Shane Burgos, Edson Barboza, as Fabio said, it's going to be a freaking electric fight. Burgos' 2 losses are to Calvin Kattar and Josh Emmett, 2 absolute dogs. Burgos is no joke, but he's fighting Edson Barboza, who has fought everyone, and now he looks as good as ever in the division as he ever has. I love this fight for him. I agree with Fabio as well. I thought he got robbed in the Ige fight, and we know Dan Ige is a dog. One thing that Edson Barboza is severely underrated for is his ground game. Burgos is a stud striker. I think that this fight can stay on the feet a little bit, but I have a feeling Burgos gets rocked. Barboza gets the neck and actually gets a sub in this one. I'm actually going to go Barboza by submission in this fight.
Yeah, I think this is a very good fight to bet on. You can get Barboza plus 100. I love Shane Burgos.
Dog?
He's a dog. You can get him plus 100, just even money right now. Burgos is a tough son of a bitch. Loves to go to war. Like, he throws a ton of output, but he takes a ton of damage. As you mentioned, like, yes, he lost to Calvin Kattar, Josh Emmett. Those are 2 like top 10 guys. He's only beaten like Charles Rosa, Cub Swanson, but I don't know if that's the same Cub Swanson that we've really seen. And then he's beaten Americani. So he's got pretty good wins, but he struggles against that elite competition. Barboza is that elite competition. I've said it before. When I watch Barboza fight and he's like on top of his game, like we see the best version of Barboza, that dude can beat anyone on any given night. So I love Barboza in this one. I'll go. I don't think Burgos gets finished though. I'll go decision.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think if Shane Burgos goes out there and fights to his potential, which we haven't really seen yet, he's going to win. I think Shane Burgos has phenomenal potential. He's insanely talented. It's just some defensive awareness issues that I think have the word that I was looking for just completely disappeared. Hindered him. Yeah. So some defensive awareness issues have hindered him. I think he just likes to scrap a little bit too much. But at the same time, Edson Barboza's had the same weakness, and that's pressure in boxing for quite a while. Honestly, I mean, Khabib put it on him. Michael Johnson put it on him. Even Donald Cerrone gave him some issues. Just pressuring him and boxing him, closing that range and getting into that distance is the same exact problem that a lot of people that train with Mark Henry have, like a Marlon Moraes. I can't think. I'm thinking of someone else. But yeah, Marlon Moraes and Edson Barboza really, really jump out whenever I think about that. I think Shane Burgos has all the tools to beat him if he can get past the kicks, which is always a question with Edson Barboza. But I got Shane Burgos winning this fight via second round knockout. I mean, it hurt. Justin Gaethje also did the same thing too. Just walked him down, got inside a range, and put his hands on him.
Barboza is one of my favorite fighters, so I have a hard time picking against him.
Yeah,
I love Barboza,
I think this is just that's why I think Shane is the favorite, just because the dude is very, very talented with his hands. But if he's looking to counter Barboza all night, I don't think it's going to go too well for him. He knows what he has to do. He has to go out there, be on the front foot, and go take it to him, because that's the way to do it. And
you don't think that Barboza could get a sub? I mean, Marquand Amirkhani is a sub specialist.
Barboza only has one sub. Barboza only has one sub on record.
He is very good on the ground. He's like super. It's weird.
If this fight goes to the ground, I'm fucking booing, like a complete degenerate.
What's even crazier is Barboza. Barboza is 1-3 in his last 4, and he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2-7 or 2-5 in his last 7.
Yeah, but name those names.
Yeah, well, yeah, all killers.
He's one of those guys who's faced every single person and deserves like those names at this point.
Shane Burgos in both of his losses though was extremely competitive.
Yeah,
he even had Calvin Kattar hurt in that second round as well, and he just went out there. He was winning the fight, and then went out there in the third round, and then got caught. And then Josh Emmett, he was winning some rounds. Like I think
he outstruck Emmett actually.
Yeah,
on the numbers.
It was fight of the night. It was a crazy fight, but I think he just likes to scrap a little bit too much instead of being as defensively aware as he should be. I think if he fights to his potential and doesn't go dumb, go stupid, like he likes to sometimes, because I feel like the dude just likes getting hit at times. Because he has great head movement and size and good footwork if he wants to use it, but he just seems not to. I don't know if switching camp will help him out. Maybe I mean, of course, I talk about Trevor Whitman all the time, but I feel like Shane Burgos going to Trevor Whitman would be a problem for everybody at 145, especially since he's fucking huge too. But I digress. Shane Burgos via second round knockout.
Carrie.
If you watch any of the Pirates of the Caribbean, you know all about Captain Barboza, badass captain, comes back from the dead, helps the crew out. So I got to go Barboza TKO.
What do you want for Schnell
Carrie has
and
just been sitting
Bontarine?
Oh yeah,
Carrie,
I've been
I'm
here the whole
sorry.
time.
He was playing his Nintendo Switch.
Only
There
for
you go.
about 5 minutes.
God.
You want my Schnell Bontarine?
Yeah, because we made a pick for that.
I mean, Bontarine just sounds like a generic like blood pressure medication. I can't get behind that. I think Max Schnell will bring the hell. So I'll go Schnell. What kind of fighter is he? Because
He's just like he just lots of volume, not much like power or anything, just lots of volume. Like
all right,
lots
I'll
of
go
strength.
Schnell decision then.
I think if it's gonna end early, I think it'd be Bontarine. I think if it goes the distance, you're probably looking at a Matt Schnell win.
Well, this was my pick, not yours.
You're right. Steve, take us to Chookagian Araujo,
I think.
Araujo.
Number 2, Katlyn Chookagian taking on number 7, Viviane Araujo. So we know Chookagian at this point. She has been around the block. This is going to be her 13th UFC fight. 5'9", 68-inch reach, which is real nice. She obviously keeps her distance very well. She's a good striker. She's gone to the very top. She fought for the belt at one point and then has kind of gone win-loss since then. What?
I wouldn't call that fighting. I wouldn't call that fighting for the belt.
Well, she did get her ass
She
kicked
was
by
booked.
Jessica Andrade. That's for damn sure.
She was booked against Valentina Shevchenko. That was it. And she was booked against Jessica Andrade.
Yeah, she showed up.
She was the only
say that.
taker.
She
showed up, but it's like Viviane Araujo. She's like got some decent wins over Roxanne and Montana De La Rosa. That's about it. She lost to Jessica I. It's like, where do you kind of put her? She's already
lost to
34.
Jessica I.
Both lost to Jessica I. There's a little fun fact there. I don't know. This one's kind of weird to me. Like I like Viviane Araujo. I like what I've seen from her.
Kieran's favorite fight of the night when he's there. This is the fight that Kieran gets up to get a snack from the snack stand.
I think this could be a decent fight if Viviane brings her A game here. But I think it could be also a snoozer if Chookagian just keeps her distance all night and just throws leg kicks.
We could have had Edvin Shabazian versus Jack Hermanson in this slot. You know who wins this fight? Them. You know who loses this fight? The fans.
Everyone.
The fans lose this fight. Actually, go ahead and put it. Go ahead and put it. Me. I lost via KO. No, I'm dead serious. Dead serious. Just put both of their names versus me, and I lost by KO. That's final. I don't even want to make a prediction on this fight. 13 seconds. 13-second knockout. I lost. Because I'm going to be on my cellular device. I'll be playing Happy Wings and sending pictures of my bare ass to everyone on my Twitter DMs list while this fight is going on. Watch it be a banger.
Don't put me on that DMs list. I do not.
Kieran's gonna go take a piss, grab a hot dog. This fight's gonna play out. I'm going Chookagian decision. I'm not ready for Araujo yet.
Yeah, I just look at the body of work. I'm gonna make this short. I go Chookagian decision as well. Just more competition, I guess. Better competition. But I'm impartial to this fight. I really don't give a shit
so much. I hate this so I can't explain how much I hate this.
I'm sorry for you. I genuinely feel pain for you.
Like I wouldn't have a problem seeing this fight at all. I think it's just I'm stale because Hermanson and Shabazian.
Well, and Diaz Edwards, which you also lost.
Don't get me fucking started. God damn. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
I digress. Next fight.
Carrie.
Carrie.
Next. Fuck. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll make it quick, Kieran. Since she's close to the hometown, I'll buy a ticket to that choo-choo train. I'm going Chookagian decision.
See? It brightened your day.
Thank you. There we go.
Kieran, take us to Ferguson. Did you see Aaron Rodgers is considered Turd Ferguson now? So every time I see Tony Ferguson, I think of Turd Ferguson. I
don't even know.
He went to the Kentucky Derby and his name tag said Turd Ferguson.
Turd Ferguson, yeah. I saw that, yeah, that was funny.
So, but yeah, take us to Tony Ferguson, Beneil Dariush.
Anyway, next we got overrated Tony Ferguson. Only second.
Fabio was not having that shit.
Yeah, no. Only second to overrated Dustin Poirier. Not playing. Dustin's not overrated. He's actually very good. I just can't stand him because everyone overrates him. But well, I guess he is overrated. I don't know.
You're a
But
heel
anyway,
guy. You like guys that are heels, not
I don't like
not
the
faces.
heels. I just don't like the
Baby
the
faces.
favorites. Yeah. I don't like the favorites. It's just annoying.
Were you a Stone Cold guy, or you? What
I
was
love
your?
Stone Cold though. I love Stone Cold.
Yeah, you're a heel guy. You're
I
like Stone Cold
but
was like
I
a
know, but
heel
my
face
favorite,
guy.
My favorite was John Cena, and he was like face of the company.
That's such a shitty. That's such a shitty favorite wrestler.
That's like if
I
you
was
ask
born in
anyone off the
'98,
street
you
and-
old fuck. Oh my
Who
god.
cares? I'm so disappointed
grew
in
up
that
on.
pick.
Dude, bro. I said Steven Austin. Is it? Yeah, Steve
Stunning
Austin.
Steven Austin.
No, Steve Austin was like retired when I was growing up. So I
The
had
Rock.
like
You had The Rock.
Bro, The Rock was gone. The Rock was doing
Oh, he was
movies when I
way
started
gone.
watching. Yeah, The Rock was doing movies.
The Hardy Boys.
Bro, Hardy Boys were hard, but they were on Friday Night SmackDown. So I liked Rey Mysterio. But
Fuck
John
yeah.
Cena was
I would
always my
accept
favorite.
Rey
Rey
Mysterio.
Mysterio
with
is-
a-
I'm a black kid. John Cena had the fucking spinner on the fucking belt. Used
I
to
feel
do
like-
rap battles and shit.
Did you
Are
listen to his
kidding me?
I
album?
feel like, but John Cena is like a imposter for black people. I feel like.
Who cares? He still fucking called Big Show. No, he called Sheamus a fucking jar of mayonnaise. Do you know how happy that fucking made me? Do you remember when Big Show tried to fucking rap battle him? And,
No, I
and
don't
John Cena
remember
was,
that.
was like going off about his boob sweat. That shit was hard. Word Life John Cena was one of my favorite wrestlers of all
Word
time.
life.
I just feel
Bro.
like he's such a shitty actual in-ring wrestler, though. Like, I don't know.
I don't give a fuck. Five knuckle shuffle. F you. Now it's the attitude adjustment. I don't give a fuck. You can't see me. This man
Can't
is a
see
whole
me.
meme of a generation, bro.
Undertaker, Kane.
But he's
I
also
don't
like
know,
the basic, like if
Undertaker-
you
I
ask
didn't
like
like
anyone off the
Undertaker.
street,
That's the thing. I
they
didn't like
pick John
Undertaker.
Cena.
I love Jeff Hardy. I liked Evan Bourne. Evan
I
Airborne.
don't even know who Evan Bourne is.
He wasn't big. I just like.
See, I stopped watching.
No,
like, right
he was
after
crazy
Attitude
though. He
Era.
used to jump off a bunch of shit too.
All right, let's focus in here though.
Sorry. Yeah,
Anyway,
sorry.
my fault.
No, it's my
But-
fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Anyway, we got Turd Ferguson versus Beneil, Tony Ferguson versus Beneil Dariush.
I got you saying it.
Honestly. We got Tony Ferguson versus
Yeah.
Beneil Dariush. Tony coming off of a 2-fight losing streak, and Beneil Dariush on a pretty impressive streak on his own. I'll make it quick so we can get to this. I got Beneil Dariush. There will never be a day that I pick for Tony Ferguson. I'm just not gonna lie to you. There will never be a day that I pick for Dustin Poirier either.
Steve, is your mom
I got-
here?
Yeah, that's
I
my
got
mom.
Beneil- Yeah. I got Beneil Dariush by finish.
What finish? Like, KO sub
KO.
KO.
I'll go KO second round.
Wow, I think that's tough, man. Beneil's not a guy that he's got knockouts over.
No, he's
like
got some
Alexander
vicious
Hernandez.
knockouts, some
Yeah,
viral
but-
knockouts.
So he
James
wobbles
Vick,
people and
Dark
doesn't actually. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he does.
But
But
put James Vick out.
to me, like I would we agree that Justin Gaethje has more power
Yes,
than
yes.
and he didn't put away Tony. I mean, he did, but he didn't at the
He
same
didn't-
time.
He didn't hit
you
Tony
have to
Ferguson
kill
square,
Tony
though.
Ferguson
Well, this is
to
my
get him
thing.
out of there.
Yes.
Kill him.
He didn't hit Tony Ferguson square on the chin. And like other people have. Lando hit Tony Ferguson square on the chin.
No, we just hit him 300 times.
Yeah, he hit him 300 hard times all around his head, but not on his chin. Like
Yeah.
Tony
Only-
rolled with the shots well. I don't know. We'll see.
The only two ways I see Dariush winning, and I am picking Beneil Dariush, is sub or by decision. Tony Ferguson has proved, he was in that armbar forever and didn't tap. So he's a tough guy to finish. I'm gonna go Beneil Dariush by decision. I do like Beneil Dariush in this, but what is the money on this?
This is minus 155 Dariush and then plus 130. Actually, that moved up. I think Ferguson's now plus 140 and minus 165 for Dariush. So it's getting
I might put some money
wider.
on Tony Ferguson just because of the it's Tony Ferguson. But
Sure.
I kind of agree with Fabio. Like if he comes out and he's the Tony of old, which I don't think he will be, then he's got a shot. And it's a huge step up for Beneil Dariush. But I do like Beneil in this. We are a Beneil podcast. So I'm going to go Beneil, but I'm going to go decision in this one. I think it's really tough to finish Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, I think if you look at it, if it took Gaethje, like 4 rounds of just complete destruction to actually get him out of there, and if Charles Oliveira in 3 rounds was unable to sub him when he basically broke his arm off, I don't think Dariush is going to get the finish just based on those 2 things. But I do think Dariush definitely has like similar skill set to what Oliveira has. Like we just saw Dariush roll with Diego Ferreira, who's a third-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and was the dominant grappler in that. So I think he'll definitely be able to do similar things that Oliveira did to Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson seems to be on his last legs here, so I don't really like him in this fight. Plus, I'm all in on Beneil Dariush, have been for a while now, so I'm definitely rocking with my boy Beneil. And I'll go decision as well.
Yeah, I mean, you guys stole my thunder already bringing up Turd Ferguson because that was going to be my shtick.
You heard about that, or you just
Turd Ferguson, man?
Yeah,
it's a famous SNL skit.
I know. I didn't know if you heard it.
Norm Macdonald played Burt Reynolds, R.I.P. And
Kieran's like, I don't know what any of this is.
I know who Burt
This
Reynolds
would be
is.
fun.
The longest
Okay.
yard. He played the old dude. Yeah, I know.
He knows him from that, but not
He
Smokey
was
in the
the
Bandit.
original longest
No, I
yard,
don't
too.
know. I'm not old like you. Okay,
I'm not old, bro.
Bro, you're old as shit. You have 2 children. Shut it.
Yeah, age,
Yeah.
it gets added. A lot of years there.
Okay.
So, like all of you fellas, I'm going to have to go Beneil, the real deal, Dariush decision.
Carrie just needs to pick nicknames for these fighters. Like, you should be the permanent. Like, the WWE has like this person that gives them their like character.
I think that'd be fantastic.
I think you should be the name giver, and then they just pay you for that. I think that would work out well in your favor.
Gotcha.
Last fight.
Main
Kieran?
event time. I'll go ahead and take it.
You're going to be there. I'm excited, but sad for you as well because you lost Nate Diaz and
I was
Leon
really
Edwards.
looking forward to seeing Leon Edwards secure his title shot and have everybody cry about it.
Leon
But
is
at the
never
same
going to
time,
get. He's just never going to get a belt.
He
title
should get a
shot,
title.
ever.
Actually, I like the way that Usman's talking about it now because he's saying that Colby really doesn't deserve it after one win against someone that was on a 4-fight losing streak and recently got cut from the UFC. But we got a good matchup this weekend. We got Michael Chandler versus Charles Oliveira. This is as toss-up as toss-ups get, to be completely honest, because Michael Chandler is a very gifted wrestler, but Charles Oliveira is very gifted on the ground. Also, Charles Oliveira is a lot longer than Michael Chandler is, but Michael Chandler is super powerful and quick. Don't really know who to choose. I don't want to see Michael Chandler become the UFC lightweight champion, simply because I don't feel like either of these men are the best lightweight in the world right now, which is kind of how I feel. I feel pretty sour about it, but that's just my personal opinion. They're gonna have that honor and distinction of being the lightweight champion no matter what, after this weekend. But I'm going to go ahead and pick Michael Chandler. I think he gets it done. I think he closes the distance and lands a big shot before Charles Oliveira can do whatever Charles Oliveira is going to do to win this fight, whether it's striking from distance or getting him to the ground, which I don't really see happening. Michael Chandler's just too low and quick and athletic. So yeah, I see Michael Chandler landing a big shot and finishing the fight. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why, but I have this inkling that this fight could be a stinker, which it doesn't really make too much sense when you look at it. No, and I'm being honest. It doesn't really make too much sense when you look at it stylistically. But I got this real shit feeling about it.
I got a gut feeling that this fight and Steve is not gonna like this. I have a gut feeling that Michael Chandler is gonna almost do what he did to Dan Hooker. I don't know why.
No.
I don't know, but look at Charles Oliveira, and this is the reason that it's tough with Michael Chandler is because the competition he faced in Bellator was shitty. Okay, so it's really hard to judge him off of his record there. I think that
Aaron may say otherwise.
Time.
I think that the competition he fought was shitty, in my opinion.
Patricio Pitbull.
Okay,
is a
yes.
monster.
Well,
Didn't he lose? Yeah,
he got KO'd by him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he is. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. His wins are not, to me, aren't that. I mean, that could be biased because I don't really watch Bellator.
He finished Benson Henderson in the first round.
But Benson Henderson
but he was
has
like
not
40.
been the same Benson Henderson that he was.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're looking at it. Yeah, Brent Primus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
So it's really hard to tough him. It's really tough to judge him off of one big win in the UFC. But we have kind of seen this shift with Michael Chandler where he's using his boxing, and with him even being so short, somehow against these taller guys, he baits them in and lands that right hand to knock them out. Like he's done it. My issue with, and you look at Charles Oliveira, look at every top opponent he has fought. And then granted, he's kind of taken a turn. He's looked good, but like his wins, Clay Guida, Jim Miller, Nick Lentz, Jared Gordon, Kevin Lee, Tony Ferguson, good names. Prior to that, not so much.
People are going to start getting title shots off of Tony Ferguson like they're doing at welterweight with Tyron Woodley. or like they did with Damian Maia before Tyron Woodley.
You look at his losses, though. Every time he was put up against good competition, lost to Paul Felder, lost to Anthony Pettis, lost to Ricardo Lamas, lost to Max Holloway, lost to Frankie Edgar, Cub Swanson, Donald Cerrone, lost to Jim Miller.
And he folds too. It's not like he folds under pressure like no one I've ever seen.
And he's got a good ground game, but he also gets subbed. Like, so he's not careful with the way that he sets up subs. He's got a ton of knockout losses and a ton of submission losses. So that's my thing. Michael Chandler, like, don't get me wrong, Charles Oliveira, for being 31, has a crazy amount of fights. I think he has the most subs in UFC history already at 31.
14.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great fighter, no doubt. And I want Charles Oliveira to win. Like, we picked him to win. I want him to win. But there is something in my gut that is saying Michael Chandler is going to win by knockout. And I don't want it to happen. I know. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I don't like Michael Chandler, even though he's a very likable guy. I don't think either of these guys really do that division any justice as far as marketing, in my opinion. But I got to go with Michael Chandler by TKO, and I hope I'm wrong. And I hope that Charles Oliveira subs him or puts him to sleep. There's just something about it. I think Michael Chandler gets it done, and I don't know why. But I'm going to say knockout. I'm sorry.
Dang. I mean, I hope, obviously, because we called it. We wanted Oliveira from the get-go. We called it for 2021, but this is as close as he's going to get. This is probably his only shot here. Fun fact.
Because, sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but it could be his last shot too, because if Conor comes out and beats Dustin, now it's Conor, it's Michael Chandler.
Whoever wins that gets the next title shot.
Yeah, it's Justin Gaethje. It's
one fight away.
Charles Oliveira is out of the picture completely, basically, after that.
Justin Gaethje is really screwed in this position. I'm going to go on a tangent after Steve and Kerry pick, but yeah.
Well, here's my fun fact. My Michael Chandler fun fact, mostly for Kieran here. So obviously we know Michael Chandler, decorated wrestler in college, D1 All-American, University of Missouri. In 2009, NCAA Wrestling Championship, lost to Gregor Gillespie.
Oh,
was I supposed to care about wrestling?
You were supposed to care about Gregor Gillespie just always being that guy in there who just smokes people.
Oh, yeah. Well, Ben Askren placed 6th in the Olympics and also defeated Chris Weidman, but yet he never smelled a belt in the UFC.
He came in late.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
That took off.
Charles Oliveira, obviously, I'm gonna ride with him in this one. It's just I love the 8-fight win streak. He's got the 14 UFC submissions, 16 finishes in the UFC. That's also a record. 16 end of the night bonuses, 10 of those performance of the night. This dude finishes everyone. He's got a 90% finish rate, which is insane because he's fought. This is going to be almost his 40th pro fight. So this dude has been around the block, has faced amazing competition, does have some of those good names on his resume. Michael Chandler, I'm honestly still not sold on it. I think the Dan Hooker win, when we kind of look back at it, Dan Hooker was dealing with a whole bunch of quarantine issues. I don't think we saw 100% the best Dan Hooker that night. And the fact that he's getting the title shot after that, I'm still not sold. I hope I'm not wrong. I'm going with Charles Oliveira. TKO.
Oh, TKO. All right. Maybe he leg kicks him, hits that nerve. Michael Chandler.
I think he can win so many different ways. He can.
I agree, but it's just something with I agree with Kieran. It's just something about Oliveira's losses are so bad. Like it's so bad. Like it's never decision losses. It's knockouts. It's subs. Michael Chandler is powerful, man. He's not going to sub him, but he could easily take him to the ground, hit him with a couple shots, and that could be it.
I'll put it this way. The narrative on Charles Oliveira before the Tony Ferguson fight was that he always loses in a big fight. He'll go on a win streak and he'll get a bunch of finishes, but anytime he has any sort of big test, he loses.
It sucks that I want to say Kevin Lee's a good win, but I know you freaking hate Kevin Lee, but that was a solid win for him.
Okay, I think Kevin Lee's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. I think he belongs right in that 10 to 15 area, but he's never been better than that, in my opinion. I'm sorry, he's just not. But when it comes to Charles Oliveira, it was actually funny. Speaking of that Kevin Lee fight, I find it hilarious that this is the matchup that's taking place, because after Charles Oliveira defeated Kevin Lee, he called out Conor McGregor, and me and my friends were laughing, just dying laughing, like, dude, you're not going to get a fight with Conor McGregor. He might be one fight away from getting a matchup against Conor McGregor, which is absolutely insane to think about. Also, Michael Chandler coming into the UFC, I thought he wasn't going to be able to compete at this level up against these top 5 guys, and he has. But at the same time, Charles Oliveira is a new guy in that top 5 as well as Michael Chandler. He's not the Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor, Khabib that was there whenever Michael Chandler was originally signed. But at the end of the day, I can't help but feel really fucking shitty about Justin Gaethje's predicament right now.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Like
we're having 3 and 4 fight for the belt. 3 and 4 for the belt. That is not claimed. What sense does that make?
Doesn't make any sense at all to me. But I thought this was the perfect opportunity to actually have a tournament. Like I understand the UFC is very anti-tournament, but at the same time, I'm like, this would make the most sense.
This division is the best one to have a tournament.
We said this a long time ago.
This is one that needed a tournament more than anything else. But I think it's just not settled. Justin Gaethje's going to have to fight someone outside of the top 5, and he's probably not going to get a matchup because no one wants to face Justin Gaethje right now. Dude's a monster. Dude's a fucking monster. Maybe he might fight Islam Makhachev or something, which would be a phenomenal fight. I would love if that got booked because freaking RDA and Paul Felder are both ducking Islam Makhachev as well.
I feel like that's too risky for Justin Gaethje.
It might be.
It's risky for anyone.
But this is the thing. He's not going to get a title shot anytime soon because the winner of Dustin and Conor deserves it, honestly, if you really think about it. Well, I don't know if Conor deserves it on a one-fight winning streak, but he's going to get it.
Well, if he beats Dustin, who is technically the unanimous uncrowned champ.
Anyway.
I mean, how could you dispute that?
You're not an uncrowned champ kind of agree. You win something. But
he defeated Justin Gaethje. I know you're big on the patient Gaethje.
They both got slept by Khabib. I don't know. They both got put to nap time by Khabib. I don't know. You have to win. I mean, I guess beating Conor McGregor after
2 times.
Fight, yeah. He beat Conor once.
Oh, if he beats him.
Yeah, no. Definitely. If Poirier beats him again, like he deserves it. He deserves the title shot now. In my opinion, it was a perfect time to do Dustin versus Justin. Also,
agreed.
Those two are way more marketable than Charles Oliveira and fucking Michael Chandler. As much as everyone wants to buy this bullshit narrative that Michael Chandler is some sort of draw, no, he's not. He's not. I want to see what the pay-per-view numbers are this weekend after Nate Diaz pulled out. Because that was the only thing fucking carrying this shit.
It's going to be low.
I'm going to it. And I'm saying like shit. Yeah. Like I'm not excited for this shit as much as I should be for a pay-per-view. Like I doubt this shit.
You got to get tickets to July 10th. July 10th is going to be crazy.
I can't get tickets to that. It's fucking Las Vegas. I'm going to be able to go there.
I'm sorry.
But yeah. Anyway.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry to go on the tangent, but at the same time, I just really feel bad for Justin Gaethje. But then again, I think this is all Dustin Poirier's doing, to be completely honest. And can you blame him? He got a money fight. He got what's going to make him the most money. So I don't know. I don't know. When's the last pay-per-view? See, Aaron's gonna come in and call me a casual. The last. I'm excited for 262. I'm going to it. I'm just not head over heels over fucking Michael Chandler and Charles.
You're just
Oliveira
depressed. You're excited, but you're sad.
I'm just not head over heels over Michael Chandler or Charles Oliveira being the face of the lightweight division now.
If
when
Michael
I don't
Chandler
feel like
comes
they're the
out,
best in the division,
if he comes out, flatlines Oliveira in under a minute.
He did that last time to Dan Hooker, and I didn't feel anything.
Cuts another
flip off the cage.
Cuts another good promo. Are you in?
No, I'm not in.
What will it take?
I call
Aaron.
What was 260?
Aaron, I just like to say everything's trash. I'm trash.
Oh, you call 260 trash?
Well, I don't even remember. What was 260?
Stipe and Francis.
I didn't call 260 trash. I wasn't even there for that.
Woodley, Luque, O'Malley.
Yeah, I wasn't even there for that.
No,
recap.
I didn't say that was trash.
I don't know who called 260 trash. He must be making up stuff. I don't know. But
Carrie's got to make a pick. Carrie, make your guy.
All right, Carrie, go ahead. My fault.
Chandler's a handler. You know, he'll be able to handle himself. But being married to an Italian woman, I just know that anytime you add extra virgin olive oil into a dish, that always hits the spot. So I can't help but go with Charles, the extra virgin Oliveira.
By
sub.
Nice.
There you go.
All right, so we're split down the middle here, 2-2. What'd Fabio pick? He went Michael Chandler. So 3-2. Oh, fellas,
I'm
what a
upset.
damn show!
I'm hungry.
What a
I
show!
need water. I've been screaming.
We've tried
How's
to.
the
We
AC
tried to.
situation?
Yeah.
Well, you said what again?
How's
How's
the
the-
AC situation?
The AC situation is amazing. It's blowing hard. I got it.
That's always good to hear.
I got a desk fan now to blow on me whenever I want to be blown on.
Just always getting blown.
Also,
Here it is.
my girlfriend got me this, which is a neck fan. So I literally just
a
slide
neck
it around.
fan.
Yes, it is legit. It goes up S3 settings. Can you guys hear it?
Kieran has a neck fan.
Yeah, it literally it blows cold air up on my face. It's amazing.
Looks like headphones.
Do you wear that
No,
when
it
you
literally
sleep?
No, I should though. No, I'm pretty sure it'll be. I sleep on like my stomach, so I just think it'd be terrible.
How did she learn about this? I gotta. That's
Okay, this is what I've learned about women. They scour the internet for gifts. They're always good at getting gifts.
I'll say this.
Because they're
I am
continuously
an
shopping.
impulse buyer. I'm one of those people at 4 a.m. that'll buy something. Like I am. It's weird. Like I'll wake up, I'll see something, I'll be like, damn, I'm gonna buy that, and I buy it, and it's awful. But guys, we're getting on a tangent here.
Yeah,
it's been a great show.
I gotta
we
eat.
try
So
to
long.
we try to do something a
gotta get
little
out of here.
bit
I'm sorry,
different. We try to do something a little bit different. Have some fighters on during this show. Try to surprise you with Fabio, who is always a fun time, and trying to make it a little bit different. See how you guys liked it. If you liked what you heard, please hit that subscribe button. If you hated it, still hit the subscribe button, and then you can chirp us in the comments because all views are good views. All comments, great comments. I don't care what it says. Go follow us, all social media platforms at the MMA Stooges. Make sure you check out Sheath Underwear. Use promo code Coffee and KOs. Get 20% off your entire purchase. Best underwear in the world. And Kieran, enjoy UFC 262. And we will see you guys all on Saturday. Minus Kieran will not be there unless for some reason he wants to join for a quick 5 minutes.
I
But
sell my tickets.
I'll be back Saturday recapping with Aaron. Aaron will have his shows throughout the week, so make sure you check those out to win yourself some money. And we will see all of you next time.